everyone, my name is Pepsilk, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Knockout City, a game that's been under the radar to say the least. I say under the radar because it hasn't been getting as much marketing or advertisement as I expected it to, and with a sports game like this, like it's a sports game being really good, I wanted to give my thoughts on it and talk about just how good Knockout City is. More on the marketing part later. So what is Knockout City? Knockout City is a dodge brawl game where you throw balls at players. Essentially, that's the game in a nutshell. But there's more to it than just throwing balls. So you can throw special balls. You can pick up your teammates and throw them as a bomb, which can instantly KO players. You can throw like these footballs that are like a sniper. And you can also curve and do some really cool trick shots to kind of play around. At the moment, there are 6 available maps. Gamers that swap out every week, and also a ranked play system which just launched recently with season 1, which I think is really fun. You can either do 3v3 ranked or you can do 1v1 face off, and I'll talk about these gamers a little bit more detail later on, but I kind of want to just show some gameplay of showing exactly how the game functions and why I think it's really good. So going into the game when you first launch, this is the hideout area. So basically you can there's all these different balls that spawn around. You can get used to the movement and the way the game plays and just jump around and play around with throwing balls at the dummy over here. So I'll show how the game essentially works. So these are the standard balls that you'll find on each of the maps that you play. And you can simply go here and just throw a ball at the dummy. Now, he'll always catch it. But if you do throw it from the side here, you can pretty much hit him. And there's 2 different ways of hitting balls at players. So you can do... And not just simply throwing, you can kind of fake them out like this. So if you do fake them out and you time it right, I'll do it again. You can pretty much get a free hit off. You can also do spin moves where if you press E and spin around, you can spin it that way. Or you can also do a lob. You can do a lob move, so you can kind of like trick people and fool them around. And you've also got these 4 different balls here. So you've got the cage ball that turns them into, puts them into a cage. And you can throw the dummy off the map. Oh, I messed it up. But you can basically throw them off the map and they can't do anything while they're in that cage. So the movement is limited. Then you've got a moon ball that allows you to fly up higher in the air. But once it collides with someone, you can send them flying with gravity. So you can kind of like boop someone off. Then you got the bomb ball, which is probably my favorite. So the bomb ball, you can pretty much throw it at them. It explodes. Boom. They go flying. You've also got the multi-ball, which you can just kind of spam. Either the dummy seems to be a god at catching balls like that. I don't know any player that can do that. And it's basically just 3 balls that you can throw consecutively. And if you charge them all at the same time, you can pretty much throw them one after the other. And you can also stand in this ring here where you can practice catching. Now, catching is very important because it charges. See, notice the purple aura, I guess, around the ball. You can charge the ball up, and the more times you catch it on a perfect catch, the faster it goes. So you can keep playing around and just catching over and over again to make the ball charge even faster. You can try and fake them like that and just get a free hit. So, which makes me want to talk about the fake game. So the fake game is kind of like where you just basically try to fake throw them and try and trick them into catching. So then once they go into that catch animation, you can just instantly throw it back. So as soon as the hands begin to clap, you can essentially just like... You can essentially just do that, and it's cool. But the spinning moves and this also allows you to keep your momentum when you're flying around. And I think it just brings a lot of options to how Knockout City can play, because it's not just about simply throwing a ball at them like this, or like slow throwing a ball like that, right? You can kind of like spin around, you can fake them, you can play it how you want. And it's dope to be able to get options and have options to outplay your opponents in so many different ways. I think that's what makes Knockout City such a strong game, is that it's not just a simple throw, catch. You can kind of like differentiate your gameplay by doing different things, and it's really cool. It's really cool. One thing that I think makes Knockout City stand out a lot is the street rank system, or the KO cards as they call them. So like over here to KO card, you can see that there are 9 tiers of street rank, each with 100 levels of rewards. So everybody starts at the first border, which is the iron border. And once you go through 100 rewards, you rank up to the next part of your card where you can essentially earn more rewards. And these rewards consist of these energy drinks, which can give you experience boosts, hollow bucks which you use to spend at the in-game marketplace, and as well as animations, icons, emotes, and skins, which I'll get into now. So if you love character customization in any game, Knockout City has you covered. You've got all different kinds of things. You've got player icons, you've got outfits, you've got body styles where you can customize whether you want certain body types. I'm not sure if there are unlockable body types in the KO cards, but if there are, that'll be pretty cool. You can also customize your face, so you get different looks. So there's a couple of decent looks that you get, good looks, or looks, decent, good, whatever. Looks that you get when you first start the game, and as you progress through your KO cards, you'll earn more faces, and you can also change the color of the makeup if you wish. There's different kinds of faces. I personally just like this light within face, which you get from purchasing the game, not advertising. You don't have to purchase it if you don't want to. But it he looks cool. There's also hairstyles, different glasses, gloves, a glider. Oh, speaking of the glider, you can also use it to kind of give yourself a momentum and kind of show. Basically, you go from here and you just fly down like that. And you can also customize your hologram, which is the bomb, which I can't really show it here because no one is online, but there's that. KO effect, taunt, intro pose, victory pose. There's all kinds of customizations that you can do to make your character stand out and also look like the way you want it to look like. Yeah. And lastly I want to talk about is the cruise. Now the cruise is it's basically like your typical clans where you pretty much create your crew and you can invite teammates, but you can also customize what they can look like in terms of like not look like, but like logos and stuff. So you got your crew logo, your banner, your vehicle, which you can earn all these things you can earn through our KO cards as well. So they're also rewards. And you can change the crew name. I'm pretty sure there's no way of like, you can have two crews have the same name. I don't think there's actually a prevent duplication thing where like if someone had the same name as Wicked Wings, that would be taken. I think it's because of the numbers at the bottom that make it differentiate. So you can kind of just change your name. You can change your crew name as many times as you want. There's no limit to doing that. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Brawl Shop. So the Brawl Shop is, it's pretty much like a Fortnite-ish, I guess a Fortnite or Apex kind of shop if you put it that way, where you can basically spend these hollow bucks on just buying skins and emotes and all that jazz. But you earn them by either KO cards or you can buy them from the bank, which is basically spending in-game money to buy these dollars. Now, the problem I have with this system is that as much as I like the hollow buck system and the way that the game is priced, which is, I think I'll talk about that too. The game is priced at $30 AUD, which I think it's a pretty fair price, to say the least. But given the way that they've worked their cosmetic system into this game, I feel like the market will kind of just die, and I don't feel like people will have a reason to spend real real money on buying these Holobucks dollars when they could just earn it through the KO cards and then just buy it here without having to give them like any kind of money. And I also saw a Steam review where the person said the market is going to die unless you make it free to play, something like that. So basically meaning that there's no incentive for players to buy Holobucks and you can just earn them through the KO cards. So one way to kind of solve the shop market problem is by making it free to play, maybe changing up the currency and the way that you earn rewards. I feel like that's kind of controversial because people may end up getting really salty about these kinds of things since free to play is very annoying. But I think if they kept the KO card system, changed some of the prices or changed the way that Holobucks is earned and like made and stuff, I think this would be one of the friendliest free to play games out there, since the KO cards allows you to reward, you know, cosmetics for players who put time in through completing like challenges and stuff. Which leads you to my next point, which is contracts. Now, contracts are basically like little missions or challenges that players can do and to earn experience. And earning experience allows you to go towards your street rank, which also is it correlates with your KO cards. So whatever street rank you are, say if I'm street rank 71, I'm gonna be KO level 7. I'm gonna be KO card 71 on my bronze tier, or tier 71, if you want to put it that way. The contracts allow you to, there's all kinds of challenges that you can do. So you got your daily challenges, the block party challenges, which is the limited time event that's going on right now. Crew challenges, which just came out with season 1, which is pretty dope by just doing a bunch of and these can all be done with not just yourself but also with your crewmates, so it's dope too. Then you got your season 1 challenge, which is also just launched, and I think they're just kind of longevity. Most of these challenges are longevity. Korea, same thing. And it just shows you all the contracts available. But doing these rewards you XP, which help you rank up your KO card. Now that that's out of the way, I just want to talk about how much potential Knockout City has. Like, going back to my marketing point, the game hasn't, in my opinion, the game hasn't been getting as much marketing as I hoped it would be. Because if the game did get a lot of marketing, I think the player base of Knockout City with the trial would be way more. If we go onto the Steam charts here, we can see that the player base is it's steadily holding over 10,000 players. But if we compare it to a game like Rocket League, when that came out, Rocket League had a steady like 40,000 players when the game first came out. And I think that's something to do with the way the marketing is done on this game. So the way that I found Knockout City, it was founded by a YouTuber that I watched who did like a sponsored video for Knockout City, and that encouraged me to try it out. But I haven't really seen any ads on Knockout City since the game first launched into the trial. Is that something to do with, EA or the publishers not really caring about the way they want to market this game? They thought that it would be kind of lackluster, maybe because of how Rocket Arena launched. Since that game had pretty good potential too, but it just dropped tremendously. But with Knockout City, it's like, this game has so much potential, and EA don't seem to have some kind of way of properly marketing and advertising this game aside from sponsored streams. Like, going on the Twitch numbers, you could the viewership on Twitch for Knockout City is like 40 to 50,000 viewers, but that's not really a lot if you think about it. I think with marketing, this game would get a lot more players. Like, if someone like Shroud was to randomly play Knockout City out of the blue and get sponsored by EA, like, I mean, that would get some players, but it wouldn't be as impactful as advertisements, which I feel like advertisements through Twitch or YouTube would make a better influence. Like, I think about Outriders, where Outriders got really big, surprisingly. I didn't expect the player count of that game to be so big when it launched. It got like 120,000 players at launch. It was ridiculous how populated that game was. And if Knockout City got the same treatment, I feel like the player counts would be a lot bigger. And I'm worried about the future of the game after the free trial ends, which is ending after the 31st. For me, it's only ending on the 1st of June. What's going to happen to the player base? Speaking of the free trial, as of recording this video, Knockout City is currently free for about 4 more days. So it's going to be free from the 28th of May to the 1st of June in Australian time. If you're any other, I'm not sure about other countries, but it's basically free for 4 more days. And if you want to try it, I highly suggest you give it a try. Let me know what you think. Also, the game is available through EA Play and Xbox Game Pass. So if you have those, you can download the game straight off the bat and just play it with full release. It's also cross platforms, so you can play through Switch, old gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, PS5 and PC. So cross-platform is, I think, another thing that's going to keep this game thriving, but we'll have to see after the free trial ends whether or not that will persist. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Knockout City. I think Knockout City is as I've said before, I'll say it again, Knockout City is a really, really good game. Like, I want to love this game when the free trial ends, but given the way that it's been advertised in its current state, I'm a little bit concerned for how the game is going to pan out. Will there be enough Australian players? Like, I want to be able to keep playing 1v1 face-off ranked, which would be good because I just want to keep practicing, but I don't want to have to deal with going into like American or Asian servers, because ping is very noticeable in this game, and it's going to be a hassle if I'm going to keep getting games like that over and over again. I just wanted to make a video on Knockout City to try and give it some exposure, just because I don't feel like it's getting the love it's deserving. And to be able to get more people on this amazing game, which I feel is probably one of the best games I've played in so long, it makes me feel like I'm in year 7 PE. It would be great. If you enjoyed, like the video. If I missed anything, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I have more coming to you soon. Peace.